Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the mountains, there lived a young man named Alex. Alex had always been fascinated by the concept of philosophy, and he often spent his days reading about different schools of thought and pondering the deeper questions of life. One day, Alex decided to seek out the wisest person in the village to ask for guidance. After asking around, he was directed to a small hut at the edge of the village, where an old man named Lao lived. Lao was known throughout the village as a wise and kind person, and Alex hoped that he could help him find the path he was searching for. When Alex arrived at Lao's hut, he was greeted warmly and invited inside. Lao listened patiently as Alex explained his struggles, and then he began to share his own philosophies for life. "Alex," Lao said, "the first thing you must understand is that life is a journey, not a destination. You must learn to enjoy the journey, no matter where it takes you." Alex nodded, taking in Lao's words. "But how do I do that?" he asked. Lao smiled. "By living in the present moment. Too often, we are consumed with thoughts of the past or worries about the future. But true happiness can only be found in the present moment. So you must learn to be fully present in each moment of your life." Alex nodded again, feeling as though he was beginning to understand. "And what about the bigger questions of life? How do I find meaning and purpose?" Lao leaned back in his chair and closed his eyes. "There are many different philosophies on this, Alex. But I believe that meaning and purpose can only be found by serving others. When we help others, we not only make a difference in their lives, but we also find fulfillment and purpose in our own." Alex felt a stirring in his heart as he listened to Lao's words. "But what if I don't know how to help others?" he asked. Lao smiled again. "Start by simply being kind. Smile at someone who looks sad, offer a listening ear to someone who needs to talk, or do a small act of kindness for someone who is struggling. It doesn't have to be grand or heroic, Alex. Small acts of kindness can have a big impact." He also started looking for ways to help others, and he found that the small acts of kindness he did each day brought him a deep sense of joy and fulfillment. As time passed, Alex continued to study philosophy and learn from Lao. He discovered that there were many different schools of thought and many different ways to approach life's big questions. Some philosophers believed in living a life of contemplation and solitude, while others believed in living a life of action and engagement with the world. But through it all, Alex held on to the philosophies that Lao had taught him, and he found that they gave him a strong foundation for living a meaningful and fulfilling life. Years passed, and Alex grew old. He became known throughout the village as a wise and kind person, just like Lao had been. And when young people came to him seeking guidance, he would share the philosophies for life that had served